And I got to Brazzaville to minister, knowing that I'll teach on wealth one of the days. I told the protocol to drive me around town. We got to an area where I saw business. I said, who are the people who own this business? He said, it's Senegalese and Malians. I said, I'm sure Nigerians are there. He said, yeah, they live there in an area we call Poto Poto. I said, what do? He said, they control the electronics. I said, I know the people. I know them. Oh, and Igbo, you know. Oh, and the Ibani. I'm making him know. Chineke ga goziri unu gadi ogologo oga balunu.
All right, I greet you lovers of freedom. This is Biafra 101 TV. We are live and we are direct. We are here to bring you the gospel of redemption, and we are here to set the record straight. We are here to speak the bitter truth. If today is the first time of coming across our channel and you like the way we are propagating this gospel, please kindly do us this little favor. Hit the subscription button, like the video, and share the video. I believe you all have listened to what this pastor have said. You know, we Igbos, Biafrans, Igbos, we have been praised enough on how we are entrepreneurs, on how we are gifted in entrepreneurship, on how we have been scattered all over the world, you know, building economy of those nations. We've seen now that our contribution, the way we are doing the contribution, our quota we are contributing to our various host nation, we've seen that is no longer welcomed. We've seen that it have now turned to envy. It's high time we start thinking back home. It's high time we think on how to do what to establish our own nation. I will keep saying this thing, and I will not stop saying it, because we've seen nations that experience what we are experiencing today, and typical example of that nation is State of Israel. I will keep using it as a case study. The things we are seeing today, Israel witnessed it. The way we are scattered all over the world, Jews, we are once scattered all over the world. The European Jews, they were once scattered all over the world. And where they are, where they were then, I beg your pardon, where they were then, the way we are being treated, the way envy have beclouded our host nation's sense of reasoning, is the same thing that Israel experienced, to a point that their businesses were destroyed. They were high in numbers before they said, no, we can't continue like this. We have to go and seek for our own nation and establish our own nation. Maybe if we establish our own nation, build our nation, both economic and security and otherwise, we will have some semblance of respect in the community of nations. This was what some Israelis decided, and they said, we have to do something about this thing, because we can't continue. Despite our contribution in the various countries we are, yet we are being treated like a nobody. We have to go and establish our own nation. This was what motivated Israelis, European Israelis, the Jews. They decided to do what? To look or to seek to establish their own nation. And me and you can testify that today, you cannot look Israelis anywhere you find them and treat them the way they were being treated before they established the State of Israel. They are now being treated with dignity and respect. because they have a base where they can, where their strength lies on. Before you treat any European Jews anywhere you see him or her in the world, you will first of all remember state of Israel. That if you can mess up with that person and the person have to report to the embassy or report to his country, man, you will not find it easy. So we Biafrans, we Igbos, this is the time for us to think towards this direction on how to establish our own nation, state of Biafra. Because you might think you are connected, you have the money, you are making an impact in the country where you reside. You don't know what envy can do. You don't know what envy can cause. Once that envy sets in, all the good things you've done, the person that the envy have beclouded, we no longer see the impact. We no longer consider that this person have contributed immensely to the economy. That if I should hurt the person, it will affect the economy. Once this envy sets in, once this very envy sets in, the person will no longer reason towards this direction. And this is what we are seeing. Look at Ghana, what we are witnessing in Ghana. Look at Angola. They had a protest. Before you know it, they target Igbo businesses in Angola and start setting it ablaze. How long shall we continue like this? How long? Is this not the best time for us to do what? To consider state of Biafra the way Jews, European Jews, considered state of Israel, and they worked towards it and they achieved it. It's not the best time for us to think towards this direction than all these things we are saying. We all the time we are looking for people who will know, who will show us sympathy and empathy. How long shall we continue like this? How long shall we continue to expect the world to show us empathy and sympathy, of which we have the capacity, of which we have what it takes to establish our own nation? We have what it takes. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria is not conducive for average Igbo man or average Igbo person. Nigeria is not conducive for you. If you have good business idea, if you bring it down to Nigeria, there is chances of killing it for you. Look at our people who are into trading, who are into business. Do you know how much they are paying just to clear their goods? The money they are paying just to clear goods even is far than the money they paid for the shipment from the country of production. How long are we going to continue like this? You listen to what this pastor said, that immediately he stepped his foot in that country, he had a program, and it's all about investment and wealth. He knows fully well that so long as this nation is concerned, there must be a Nigerians who are doing business. And who are those Nigerians? They are Igbo people. He now asked question, is there no Nigeria doing business here? They said there are people who are into electronics over there. Already he knows that it must be Igbos. We have been praised enough. It's high time. We shouldn't allow this praise to becloud our sense of reasoning, to know that these praises we are seeing today, tomorrow it might turn to envy. Tomorrow it might turn to another thing. Tomorrow it might hurt us. It might hurt us. It's better off for us to do what? To start now. If we know whatever we can do to have our state of Biafra, we got to do it. Because at the end of the day, they will use one or two things to destroy and crumble your businesses. We all know the case of Innocent with GTB Bank. We all know the case. If Innocent happens to be in position of Dangote, don't you know that his car will be an official car, government official car in Nigeria? But it's not so. Are we talking about Ibeto? We knew what he went through just because Dangote was into cement importation. Ibeto now said, I want to produce it in Nigeria. That's his crime. We know what he suffered. There are a lot of businesses. Are we talking about Allen Onyema that doesn't want to learn? That this guy, you think by trying everything he could to appease or to please these guys, the northern people, the Fulanese, that they will somehow, start looking him differently the way they are seeing other Igbos. We know how many times Airpeace came on national television to lament and cried on how his airline is being treated, of which if it happens to be in another country, they will be pampering him because he is an employer of labor. No sane country in the world that jokes with whoever or company that is an employer of labor, because they are part of people that reduce unemployment in their country. But look at Nigeria, it's not so. It's high time we think towards establishing the state of Israel, the state of Biafra rather. I greet you all. Peace and love. Please kindly hit the subscription button, like the video, and share the video so that other viewers will watch it. Bye for now.